I'm never like standing while doing a video. I'm actually like kind of squatting to like fit in the frame, but you don't need to know that. I just ruined the movie magic. Hi guys, so today's video is going to be a little bit different. We're going to be doing a DIY Father's Day gifts and treats situation. If your dad is anything like mine, he straight up doesn't want presents. He will say, do not buy me anything, I will throw it away. And it's true, he will. So I stick to making him things, which is what he likes. So that's what I did today, so hopefully you guys enjoy them and hopefully your dads will enjoy them. My dad always specifically says, make me something. So that's what we did today. And hopefully your dad is like my dad and will enjoy these presents. We're gonna be making super cute things like these mason jars. Hello? Hella cute. I hope you guys like this video, and if you make any of these gifts or treats, please take a picture and tweet them to me. So let's roll into the treats and gifts and such. Well, okay guys, so we're gonna start off with these sports balls mason jars. First thing you'll need is a mason jar, and I chose the ball ones because they're gonna be balls. That sounded dirty. Then you're gonna need some paint. I chose chalkboard paint because I like the finish of it. Some red and black paint for the details, and some various sized paint brushes. First thing we're gonna do is paint our jar completely white. So obviously take off the top first and then just paint it white. It may take a couple coats. I like chalkboard paint because it gets opaque pretty quickly, and I like the rustic look that it has when it dries. So just paint away until it's opaque, and after it dries, we're going to be painting on the details. So you're gonna need a smaller paintbrush and some red paint, and you're just gonna kind of paint on a curving line like the laces on a baseball. And don't worry if it's not perfect, you can always go back in and retouch it up and make it thicker, even it out. It is hard, but don't worry about making it perfect because it's supposed to be rustic and homemade looking anyway. And then just draw in the diagonal laces all the way down. Once you finish that side, go ahead and do the exact same thing on the other side, and once it's dry and ready, you're going to have a very cute baseball mason jar. This would be perfect for giving your dad baseball tickets to a baseball game. And then next we have the exact same thing but with a football, so you're going to need a ball jar again, some brown paint, some white puffy paint. You could use normal paint, but I think the puffiness is cool, and some paint brushes. You're going to start the exact same way painting it. I used normal paint so it wasn't as opaque, so it took like 3 coats, but once it's completely brown and opaque, you're going to take your puffy paint and just draw a line down the center. And this obviously didn't come out perfect, but I used the tip of like the nozzle thing to like even out the paint, and wherever it was thicker, just even it out. And then you're gonna draw the laces straight across. I did 5 down. I have no idea how many laces there are in a football, but that's what I did. So after that dries, I'm going to paint, using normal paint, a thin line at the top. The top one was easy because you can kind of follow along the line of the like lid of the mason jar. The bottom one was harder, but once it dries, I think it would be a perfect pen holder. I think both of these are so cute and have many purposes. Next, we have the I Love You to Pieces jar. So if your dad is anything like my dad, he loves Reese's Pieces. So you'll be needing a bag of those, another mason jar, some paper, I chose orange, and a writing pen. First thing we're going to do, it's very simple. You're just going to pour your Reese's Pieces, as my dad would say, into the jar and fill it all the way up to the top. It seems simple enough, but I still managed to overflow the jar because I'm an idiot. Yep, there you go, Ames. Then you're going to trace a circle. I just used the lid of the mason jar, took out that other little silver thing and traced a circle, and then I cut that out. Really, this one's really easy, guys, but I'm just gonna cut that out. And then write, I love you to pieces. See? Get it? Reese's Pieces, I love you to pieces. It's sweet, and it's perfect for my dad because he really honestly loves Reese's Pieces. So after you do that, you're just going to obviously put the jar back on the put the lid back on the mason jar, and then you're going to take the little circle and either use glue or double-sided tape and just stick it down right there in the center so that he can read it right when he's opening it. And for a finishing touch, I didn't have any ribbon, but I had some yarn, so I'm tying a little bow around the neck of the mason jar, and after that you're gonna have the cutest little gift. It's so easy and simple and really thoughtful. If you're anything like me, you hate buying cards, so this next one is for you. You're going to need some bow tie pasta, some paint. I ended up going with white and blue. You're going to also need a small paintbrush, and you're going to want to paint your bow tie pasta or your farfalle. That's not how you say it, but paint those until they're opaque and they're dry. Once they're dry, you're also going to need a hot glue gun, a card of some sort, and a Sharpie for writing. plug in your hot glue gun to warm it up, and while you're waiting, kind of just arrange your bow tie pasta the way you want them. I just did a straight line. You can do whatever you want. And then glue guns typically dry pretty fast, so I'm just pushing it down with my finger, holding it there, waiting for it to set. It can be kind of messy, just pick up the little strings, but after they dry, all you gotta do is write something on the outside of the card, write something on the inside of the card, and there you go, you have an easy DIY, less expensive Father's Day card. Now this next one is pretty good. This is a freaking mustache cake, and it looks much harder than it actually was to make, but you will be needing a round baking pan. It's very important that it is round. You're going to be needing your favorite cake mix. I just use yellow, and whatever else you need to make that cake, and some chocolate frosting. So you're going to want to set your oven, or preheat, not set. Then you're going to mix up your cake batter as normal. Then you're going to want to mix it all up, and I realized about halfway through, like, this is really thick and chunky. I realized I forgot to put in the damn water, so I ended up adding the water, and then it took Bradley's extra human man strength to make it actually look like a batter, but we eventually got it there, and once you do, you're going to want to pour it, or actually, excuse me, grease your pan and then pour the batter in. I poured in all of the batter, which I don't think I was supposed to do, but it made for a really nice, like, fluffy mustache, so I suggest doing that. And of course you gotta lick the batter, eat it with a spoon, you know, salmonella whatevs. Put it in the oven for however long the box or your recipe says, and then what you're gonna want to do is cut it into like a yin yang. Oh my, I don't even know which one it is. Cut it into that shape, so it's kind of like a swerve. As you can see me doing here, I was very nervous to do this. I kind of traced it out a little bit with the sharp point of the knife before I actually cut it, but once you do that, you separate them and you flip one end on its other side and arrange it into the shape of a mustache, as you can see. And then all you have to do is frost it, and it ended up looking exactly like a mustache, and I was so excited. And it also tastes amazing, obviously. So once you're done, you're gonna have this amazing mustache cake, and whether your dad has a mustache or not, he's going to love it. So that is it for my DIY Father's Day gifts. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you make any of these again, please tweet them at me. I love you guys. I'll see you very soon. If you haven't, please click here to watch my last video and subscribe, and I'll catch you later. Bye, guys.